Hello and welcome to the Waypoint FPL update. It is week 3 in the books now, I think. Or no, week 4, right? Week 4. It's week 4 in the books. God, losing track of time already. Yeah, there's only 38 game weeks in total, not that much. But you can see we've got Chris back here for this week. Hey, Chris.
Hey.
Yay. Cool, that's all he's got apparently, it's fine. So we'll just get straight into it. So yeah, obviously Brad entered the week leading up, was hoping to exit the week in first place going into the international break, and still in first place he is with a league high 85 points no less, and currently sitting pretty at the top with 268. I'll go through what led him there, Chris, and you can give me some analysis. So Haaland, he captained like probably a lot of other people did, and if you didn't, you would have sorely regretted it because he got 40 points and a hat-trick last week. He also had Archer from Sheffield United, somewhat spirited play, might I say, getting 12 points there playing Everton. And then you can see beyond that, it was really the midfield that powered Brad to that league high 85 points, and Boimo, Maddison, Mitoma and Saka all having solid days there. What do you make of Brad's performance this week, Chris?
Absolutely. You don't need a defence when you've got Haaland and Archer up front. Yeah, what a result for anyone who captained Haaland this week. Someone surely would have triple captained him somewhere along the line. But yeah, Boimo, Maddison and Mitoma, again, the 3 M's in midfield. Yeah, fantastic points from them as well. Yeah, it's handy points from Saka, but the rest of it's a little bit underwhelming. But again, who cares? Who cares when Haaland's got 40 points there up front in the zone? Yeah,
exactly. You got to save those triple captains for the double game weeks, though, Chris. That's how you really make your money. But it would have been a good use of it there.
Yeah.
Looking back at the line, so second place, Flip's still there, obviously after he had a jump up last week, and again 80 points, nothing to sniff at either, currently sitting 6 points behind Brad there. So let's take a look at Flip's team. Again, he obviously had Haaland. You don't get that kind of score without having that game week, and the midfield was okay, not quite as powerful as Brad's team there. Salah with 8, Maddison with 7, and Trent there in the backfield with the 12 points, getting into that 80. He will be sorely regretting a missed opportunity to play Archer with 12 points on the bench over Nicholas Jackson, who missed that absolute sitter, if you saw any highlights from that game. And I would have put him top, Chris.
Absolutely. I don't know what was worse, Nicholas Jackson's miss or Alex's 7 from Saturday. Yeah, 0 to 0 at Matty Cash there in defence. So 24 points last week, -1 this week, so it all averages out. Again, Alexander-Arnold in there for 12, so pretty decent all round. But yes, Cameron Archer in for Nicholas Jackson. That's it. I mean, you wouldn't have said that at the beginning of the week. I have to say, it's all very well doing it in hindsight. But can I just say, I mean, how injured is that bench? That must win the award for most injured bench.
Yeah, and it looks like Arnold might have a knock as well. Alexander-Arnold might have a knock, so he might be joining them all on the bench there before. Yeah, indeed. Going back to the leaderboard then, so we'll finish off with the top 5. There is a bit of a gap emerging now between the top 2 and the top 5. You can see Ollie James jumps up there into 3rd place. He was outside of the top 5 last week. Obviously, a fairly decent game week himself. But 17 points adrift of Flip in 2nd place. Alex still in the top 5, but bumping down another spot to 4th place there. And then we have a new entrant into the top 5, Betts with 78 points on that 242. Tied with me where I slip out, but obviously Betts gets the nod with the higher game week than I had. And also Mike, after having that surging week high last week, bringing him into the top 5, he just slides out of it again as well. But it's a pretty close race there. You can see all the way from 3rd down to it's all the way down to pretty much 10th. What else have we got for you? So, speaking of Mike, I didn't mention it on last week's show. Apologies, Mike, but you digged him out for not having a kit. Well, he's only gone and pulled a blinder and got the Waypoint kit as his kit in FPL now, as you can see there.
The absolute dream team. There you go.
Yeah.
I have to say, if only we had Haaland on Saturday, we might have scored 20.
Perhaps, yeah. We need a petition FPL to get Alex's business's logo, so Mike can add it onto the jersey there, because you can pick some fake sponsors there. So
absolutely,
yeah, come on FPL, what are you playing at?
Alex isn't a fake sponsor, I can confirm.
Exactly, yeah, real genuine sponsor, indeed. So yeah, just drop FPL a message, Alex, and they might put your logo on the website just as a special.
And get you to clean the windows while you're there.
Exactly, yeah. So we'll now take a look down at the other end of the table. So there were still some fine performances all the way down the table, you can see here. So only 3 of the league's 15 members failed to reach the 70-point mark last week, and the ones that didn't, you can see there were 2 69s there. The only one that unfortunately does stick out like a sore thumb is Tim's, who has 49. I'll give you one guess, Chris, as to who he didn't have in his team last week.
Was it Haaland?
You would be correct, as he famously is pushing his no Haaland agenda.
No. And benched Evan Ferguson as well.
Yes, and to make matters worse, he could have had him and captained him and it would have been fine, but instead... that leaves Tim obviously quite a bit far adrift. But beyond that, you know what, 48 in a normal game week where Haaland doesn't go for 40 when you captain is still a fairly respectable score, and let's not forget. But he'll be ruining that, no doubt. And he does sit as the only team that it doesn't have 200 points yet. But he's not hard behind, as you can see. He's only a point off of Aiden and 4 points off of Ben there, who are obviously comfortably rounding out the bottom 3. As you can see, there is a bit of a fair gap now emerging at the bottom end of the table as well, from 13th to 12th place. They had some fairly decent weeks though, and that actually obviously stymied them both from being at the bottom of the table as well. So good turnout, but both of them are there as well. So that is it for this week's Waypoint FPL update. Obviously, international break now, so we'll be back with you for a few weeks for the next update. Thanks for joining me again, Chris.
Great to be here again. You know, so I'm only here for the entertainment value, not here for the sort of facts.
Yeah, it only clicked with me that you're not actually even in the league, like earlier or over the weekend. So. I
will tell you this now: fantasy football ruins my enjoyment of actual football. So we don't do that. There's only one fantasy league for me, and that is Fantasy NFL. And if anyone hasn't played Fantasy NFL before, I can tell you, it is intense.
Yeah, he's right. It's pretty damn good. As you'll see on the other YouTube videos on the account this is posted on, there are some rather long podcasts that me and Chris do about that. So, but we won't bore you with that. Instead, we'll just wish you a good week, and we'll see you at training. Obviously, have a good one, guys.